Alright, I don't believe that a person practices good civics when they practice the silent treatment against other people, including cops. But it's not just cops who can have you tossed in jail, it's everybody. Everybody can be a suspect. Even people you think might be on your side. I suppose lawyers with the attorney-client confidentiality clauses that might protect you in some ways, but everybody can report you. Everybody can be used against you, used as a witness against you. You can be used as a witness against yourself, the witnesses, cops. I mean, when I had my parking ticket trial, I don't believe that the cop was very effective at his testimony, but I mean the judge obviously was a cop lover anyway. Back in Coquille, Oregon, the cop really just, I asked him a few questions. He just didn't. He answered them like he didn't really. He wasn't really the factor in why he was there. The factor in why I got a parking ticket was arguing with the cop, but the ultimate testimony that really had much value came from the park host, who reported that my car hood was up and that I was acting like some kind of terrorist, looking all about, trying to not to get caught. With my car hood open and all that stuff. He was a city worker, and he was ultimately the guy who sealed the tickets and made it stick. I mean, cops can have you thrown in jail and write you tickets and stuff, but what can they have stick on you? All right, as something that can really be enforced. The power is pretty limited, all right, and it's very limited by what the city councils have ruled. You want to get angry at cops, but you got to ask, who's in power, who's paying these cops, all right. You got to look at what's giving them so much resources and money and that kind of power. And a lot of it does fall back on the Patriot Act. You got to blame that. And under Bush's administration, I mean, I passed by some granaries that have signs that say no trespassing because Department of Homeland Security condemns that. You can't even go to the dam. You can't walk around the dam because of September 11th. That happened, what, 17 years ago or so, 18, coming up on 18 years ago. That Patriot Act is still sticking, and the cops have authority, with the blind wiretapping, which has given them authority to practically demand your ID whenever they feel like it. That bill, which came out of Congress under Bush, has really given them a lot of authority, given the authority to make everybody suspect. Everybody can report everybody else, because it's all in the name of protecting the homeland with Homeland Security. And it's not just about that thin blue line, that issue with that kind of authority. They do have the power to throw you in jail and stuff. Nobody else has been given that kind of power. The military soldier has the power to kill you. All right, if we're in a wartime. All right. Anybody else who has the power to hurt you. Anybody really has the power to hurt you. Though cops have the power to hurt you. Criminals have the power to rob you and kill you. There's that, okay. Everybody has a potential. Everybody could be about to commit something. All right, how do you read it? Well, I say look at Chinese face reading. All right, you can help determine personalities better with that skill. I mean, but you look at cops, you look at their uniform, and it's like, all right, you know what to expect because of that costume that they're wearing. You don't know what to expect with other appearances exactly, and that takes a little more practice. A criminal doesn't care about your constitutional rights, so you have to be concerned about everybody. All right, and in a way, cops are advertising a little bit more, well, what a lot of their intentions are, but I mean, they also could make terrible mistakes for themselves, so they have to be cautious in their own mannerisms, especially with being in the public eye in the way they are, with wearing their costumes and and everything. The unmarked cars are questionable. The undercover cops are questionable. Okay, so that is something to be concerned about.